All right. Tony, help me out to pronounce your last name because you can't read it and pronounce it. You got to hear it.
It's Doung.
Doung,
like the Y sound.
Oh, okay. So
my last name, the D, it has an accent mark on the D, not just a regular D.
Okay. So where are you originally from?
I'm from Vietnam.
Vietnam. Yeah. I thought so, but I didn't want to just come out with it. I thought so because I lived in Thailand for 15 years.
Yeah, we're right next to each other.
Yeah, and all these countries, they all kind of look alike, you know.
Well, Thai is like the characters on the language itself is like so hard to.
I know, but I don't know what it looks like in Vietnamese. But
Vietnamese, it's more alphabetized.
Oh, okay.
So we still have the alphabets.
So were you born in Vietnam or you born here?
I was born in Vietnam.
Because you sound like you're born here.
I came here when I was 6.
Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah, so you went to school here and everything.
Yeah.
So do you remember Vietnam from?
Very little because I left when I was 6, and because my family were from the countryside.
Okay.
So I remember very little of it, but now like if I do go back, it's just probably like a different like.
So you haven't been back since?
I've only been back once before my family's wedding, and then.
And how long ago was that?
That was when I was 10. That was like.
Oh, so you don't even remember what's going on, man? You should go, man, because it's beautiful.
I want to, but I was planning to go prior to COVID, and then COVID happened, and then it just.
So now, since you look, you must be. Are you the first Vietnamese qualified for the Olympia?
Yes, classic.
You should take advantage of that.
I want to, yeah. That's the goal. I think Muscle Contest probably have one of the show out there or something, but yeah.
Is there a show in Vietnam?
Yeah, I believe so. It's like a.
I think it was, yeah, but I think that was Mo from New Zealand. He just had one in Thailand too last week.
I'm not too sure. I don't know the promoter.
But that would be something, have your own show in Vietnam, man.
Dude, that would be so dope.
Yeah, that's why these guys probably know who you are for sure. When you get to the Olympia, then everybody in Vietnam knows.
Yeah.
Tony Doung.
Tony Doung, yeah.
Doung for me sounds like Chinese, Yeung.
Well, my great grandpa, he's Chinese.
Oh, okay.
So he immigrated from China, and then he lived in South Vietnam.
Yeah.
And then our whole family is just.
One of my favorite dishes? Pho.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
That's how I got all these games, man.
Where do you go for that? Where?
So Little Saigon out in Glendale, Old Town Glendale, so on 59th.
You know where I go? 59th and right past the Union Hills. Oh, on the left side.
Is it by like an Asiana market or something?
No. That's 43rd. That's where we go shopping. I go for the Asiana and Lily. Cactus and 75th. I'm married to a Thai wife. Come on, I know all about Asian markets.
You know all the grocery stores.
Inside out. No, but I go full at the on 59th and Union Hills, the southeast corner. It's a little place.
What is it called? You don't know?
It's a little hole in the wall.
That's a good spot.
Awesome.
Yeah. If you go into
there's one lady, there's a Vietnamese girl in there. She takes orders. She never has a pen or paper. She takes orders for 5-6 tables at the same time.
Yeah.
And remembers everything.
Yeah.
The best food. I'm telling you, best
service is probably bad, right?
Huh?
Service.
Awesome.
Service.
Come on. She's beautiful. She's nice. She I don't complain, but sometimes I was like, I like more jalapenos and stuff,
Bean sprouts and all that stuff.
Yeah, bean sprouts, and she always gives me extra, no doubt. So that's awesome. So let me ask you now, when did you start bodybuilding?
Back in 2014.
2014. So you still started on a local level. You always lived in Arizona?
Most of my life, yes. So I lived in Orange County, California.
Okay.
Until I was in 8th grade, and then we moved over here when I was in high school.
So 2014, how old were you in 2014?
So that was after, let me see, 18.
It's just 8 years ago.
Yeah. So 20, 21, 22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you're about 30 now?
Yeah, I'm 30. I'm 31.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you qualified for the Olympia at 31.
Yeah.
It's a year quicker than me. No, let me take that back.
When did you qualify?
Well, let me take that back. You're way earlier than me. I turned pro at 32.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
But it was way harder back then.
There was only one pro card.
Exactly. So
a year.
Yeah, it's more prestigious. Yeah, so you have one chance the whole year.
Yeah. So you started in 2014, and you competed on a national level, of course.
Yeah, so I did my first national show in Miami in 2014. I took 5th there. And then 6 months later, I did the USA, and I turned pro.
But that was still in bodybuilding, though, right?
No, I turned pro in men's physique.
Oh.
Yeah, I turned pro in men's physique, yeah. It's a good. It was a good starting point, but I knew like it wasn't my whole physique. You know what I mean? Because I knew I had legs potential.
Yeah, I mean, you had great legs. I mean, you had to be probably the one with the best legs in men's physique.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I was just not showing enough because like, you know, I play soccer, so I have like really good quad sweeps, and I could see that just from like running and all that stuff. And I always loved training legs, you know, and it's just, you know, for me going into men's physique, it was a good starting point for me to start competing, but it wasn't enough to show everything. Because when I look at bodybuilding, it's a whole package, upper body and lower body. So with the classic coming out, I was like, damn, this is perfect. Because the next step up from men's physique was 212. And I'm like, that's going to take a while. You know what I mean?
So you turned pro as a men's physique competitor.
Men's physique, yep.
And you told yourself, I'm going to be a 212 competitor, because back then there was no classic physique.
There was no, yeah.
So when classic physique finally was announced, was that your calling when you said like, finally, this is it?
Yeah.
This is where I fit in.
I was like, yeah, this is perfect, because like even they set like a weight cap and stuff. I was like, dude, I have like another 10 pound to work with, because I found out and I was like 150 something. And then like I was like, if I can just push another 10 pound, like 160 something, I'll be in like a good contender.
Yeah. So what's your cutoff?
So for my cutoff, it's 170. And last show I weigh in at 167.
So you still have a couple of pounds.
3 or 4 pounds.
But your physique is pretty, I mean, for me, it's pretty complete now.
Thank you.
You know? No, I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I tell you what I see. If I see something, I don't know where you would have to add some more, maybe from the back.
From the back, yep. We agree.
Maybe just a little bit where you can just, you know, and like I said, you're still young. At 31, you're still really young.
Yeah.
You know, you got at least another 10 years where you can get better.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like 20, 30 years ago where people had retired in their early 30s. Right now, people don't really hit their prime until they get like almost 40.
Yeah.
You know, so and looking at you, and I remember I saw you peeled off for me. What was it, like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? I don't remember.
That was
before Boston.
4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks out from my show.
I've seen you in the gym all the time, but I've never seen you, you know, with your clothes off.
Yeah.
Because you're one of those guys. You look impressive in clothes, but you don't look nothing like when you take them off.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see what's really there. You know, and that's why I was impressed. I remember looking at you. I was like, damn. When it comes to classic, what do we look for? We look for completeness.
Right.
You know, and you're so complete. You know, and being short is not always bad, because sometimes, you know, being shorter, it's easier to get that 3D look, even though as a classic physique competitor, which I think you have, you know, in a lot of body parts. And I also think that, you know, especially right now, because of guys like Terrence, Breon, the shorter guys, that's perfect for you, because now you have comparisons where you can stand next to. You know, because back in the days, we always said the tall guy will always beat the shorter guy.
Yeah.
You know?
And I proved that at the last show. You know, like, it's not all about heights. It's a whole package.
Yeah.
You know, you have to bring a complete package overall. Conditioning, symmetry, size. Oh, it's just overall everything. And, you know, I told other guys, it's like, look at Sean Carlito.
Yeah.
He proved the point. And, like, he gave a lot of the shorter guys hope to, like, you know, be able to win shows. He went into open, like...
Yeah, and won.
At the Legion show. And I was like, holy cow, like, it's possible.
Right.
So, you know, like, I just tell guys that are short, you know, just bring in a complete package and you'll be able to win the show.
Yeah.
So
when you turned pro, did you believe that you're going to make it to the Olympia?
That was a goal. But I knew, but I knew it's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
Because I'm like more realistic with myself. You know, I'm not like people that are like kind of delusional, like, oh, I'm going to turn pro, and then 2 pro shows later I'm going to go into the Olympia. No, I knew that I had to improve, and it's gonna take some time. And for me, like, I wasn't in any rush. You know, like I was young, still young, and as long as I'm improving, that's all that matters. And you know,
how many pro shows do you have?
So I did for men's physique.
No, let's talk about classic.
Classic,
Yeah,
3 total.
So you got 3 total.
Yep.
And the last 2 you placed second to Urs.
The last, yeah, the
and then you did won. So
Yes.
you basically got, you know, your track record is awesome.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Boston. You're going into Boston, you know, and probably nobody had you on the radar.
Nope.
You come in there, you have nothing to lose, you know, everything to gain. You came out there and you pushed Urs, you know. And I'm not saying this because Urs is an established guy, but at the moment he's hot.
He is,
You know, he was top 4 at the Olympia. He was top 3 at the Arnold, and he won Boston. So he's one of the top guys, you know, and you stood next to him and you not only held your own, I think you pushed him.
Yeah.
You know, it might not look like it on the scorecards because at the end of the day, the judges have to make a decision. Is he 1 or 2?
Right.
So he got probably all first place votes.
Yep.
But, you know, that doesn't mean that it was by landslide. It could have been really close, but I have to make a decision who's 1 and who's 2, you know, and I think you pushed him in a few poses,
Yeah.
you know. And that's why I was really happy when I heard that you going to the show. What was the show name in California?
The San Diego Pro.
The San Diego Pro, because I really believe that you can go in there and win. And that's why I asked you to come on my podcast first.
Yeah. But everything worked out.
Yeah,
you know,
it worked out perfect, man.
So-
But tell me, when you got on that stage in Boston and you get that first call out, man, what went through your mind? Because now you're in the mix.
Yeah. So I remember after, you know, we did our mandatories, whatever, we sat in line, and then like Steve, he just called like my name first. I was like, oh shoot, it's going down right now. So then like, you know, we did our comparison with the top 5, whatever. And then the confirmation round, that's when I knew. I'm like, all right, I'm in this.
You already knew it.
Yeah, I knew it. I was like,
So the confirmation round was at the
well, it's
finals.
just me and Urs. It's just
But
me.
was at the finals, though?
No, they pulled us out again.
So you talking about the last call out?
The last call out, yes.
Okay.
So they did like the second call out, whatever, and then once they're done with the second call out, then they do the last top 2. And then
That's a sign where you know it's close.
yes, it's really close. So it's just me and Urs were just like way ahead of like the other guys. So I knew like I can hold my own and like I belong up there.
Yeah.
So especially for Urs, like he's like top tier, like you know, Olympian. So man, it was just a sign of like relief, and it's just like knowing that you know you can hang with the big guys and stuff. And
People always ask how I got here. I was willing to work just a little harder than everyone else. Every damn day. If I can have hundreds of hours back, you know I'm gonna grab them. Spending hours prepping chicken, rice, and vegetables, F that. I rely on perfect nutrition. I rely on trifecta.
that gave me a lot of hope, you know, like coming into Olympia, this prep, and I'm just like, man, I'm ready to work. And just
Yeah,
like,
so you got last call out as the top 2, and then there was a break, I guess, in between, and
Yeah.
you had to come back for the finals. Between prejudging and finals, what were you doing? Were you in the room just fucking celebrating that, you know, knowing that you got top 2, or what was going on?
I'm not gonna lie, like I got a little emotional because you know, like you say, you know, coming into the show I have nothing to lose, you know, like, but then just knowing that you're in the top tier and you're being compared, it's like, damn, like all my hard work over the years of like, you know, not giving up on my dreams of going to Olympia is like so close right now. And like I try to hold it, keep everything together, but yeah, I was just chilling in the hotel and just, you know, me and my coach were just like going back and forth, just talking and communicating, and you know, just
So what did your coach tell you?
he had me winning. He was like, bro, you're on.
Yeah,
Like,
of course, it's your coach.
yeah,
You gotta have, if
but
you-
he's very fair. He's
Listen.
not biased.
Listen, if you're in the last call out with just 2, there's a 50% chance that you're going to win.
Right.
Of course. I mean, if I like your physique, I'm going to have you winning, of course. But what did he tell you? Did he tell you to eat something? Don't eat. Just stay the same. Don't move. Just sit down, relax. Don't hurt yourself. Don't trip. Don't fall out the window.
He just said go into the your hotel, just lay down, put your legs up, just chill, and then we just maintain, the conditioning. We just, ate chicken and steak, and then
no carbs?
Just minimal carbs, nothing crazy. And then he was like, go take another shot of Tito's. And I was like, all right, I'm about to get freaking lit right now.
Tell people what Tito's is.
So Tito's is a vodka. It's another way to kind of dry you out. And I did a couple of shots the day before. And, Ronnie Coleman back in the day, how he, Kevin Leroney showed him the tricks and he beat him the day after. And I still remember that story.
So that's where you got it from?
That's where I believe my coach got it from, but it helped me relax a little bit. But, for me, I haven't drank in a while. I got really messed up. Yeah. I was just in the hotel buzzed and stuff,
Yeah, because you're so dehydrated anyway, so now you drink alcohol, it's even worse.
Yeah. So, we drank. I took a shot and then I just kind of knocked out. And just fell asleep.
That was after prejudging?
That was after prejudging, yeah. And then I just lay there and just I woke up from a nap and I'm like, all right, let's do this, you know. So... Yeah.
So you get second, which is actually, which is great. You collect some points.
Yeah.
But now that's not enough. You want to qualify for the Olympia, so you move on to the San Diego Pro. Mm-hmm. Tell me, how did that go? I mean, now you're driving to San Diego. I guess you drove.
I flew.
You flew? Yeah. Okay, so you flew to San Diego.
I didn't want to sit in the car for 4 hours. So.
So you flew to San Diego, and now your mindset got to be a little bit different. I said, wait a minute, I was just real close with Earth, so now I'm going there. I'm going there to win.
Yes.
Was that your mindset?
Of course. I feel like there's a lot more pressure now because there's more attention on me. I'm the favorite coming into the show. So
did you know you were the favorite?
I knew I was.
So there was nobody else in the lineup that had a name, or
no, not that I know of. Well, I don't try to look at the lineup, but then my coach does all that for me.
Oh, okay. So,
but that doesn't change the mindset of me coming into the show trying to win the show. Mm-hmm. But. Yeah, it was a lot of pressure coming into the San Diego show, but we still had to be laser focused and just get the job done first before we can just do all these social media thing. And I'm not gonna lie, I had to basically get off of social media for 3 days, before the show, because there's so much distraction. Man, after the Boston show, my freaking Instagram blew up.
Okay.
I gained almost 10,000 followers.
Yeah, but do act like this is a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but I like to stay focused, for me, it's just...
But listen, let me tell you something. I know you want to stay focused and all, but this is going to be your life.
It is, yeah.
If you want to have success in this sport, you got to have your fans. You got to have the followers. You got to take care of your followers.
Of course.
So you have to... This is something you need to get used to.
Yeah.
You're going to get used to, being there for your fans, interact with your fans, and also be able to read some stupid comments. Not everybody's going to be happy of you doing well. There's going to be some people out there that you never meet in your life.
I know.
They're just hating because they're not where you're at this point. So you got to build a thick skin. And I know it's a lot easier because I've been through this. Thank God, in my time, there was no social media. It started at the very end, with MySpace.
Yeah.
But, before there was this magazines, but now, and I think this is so much better for you to create a fan base, because let me tell you this. A lot of people ask me, how do I get a sponsor? How do I do this? How do I make money with bodybuilding? At the end of the day, back in my time, if you don't place, you have no name.
Right.
I don't care what you look like. If you don't place at shows, you will be underpaid when it comes to Flex magazine and they go through contests, to shows, you'll be on page number 5 or 7 because you're not in the top.
Yeah.
So you don't have the followers, you don't have the fans because they promoting the best guys, top 5 or whatever it is, So nowadays, the sponsors don't look for that no more. Sponsors today look for your social media following. Right. The more followers you have, the more you interact with them, the more they're interested in signing you. And this is how you collect sponsors nowadays. It's through your
It's
social
just more
media.
traffic going through the page.
Yeah. I feel bad for the magazines because the magazines are dying because of that.
Yeah.
Because back then, we weren't able to take pictures with nobody. We weren't able to shoot with nobody else. Just, because I was signed with Flex Magazine. I do the photo shoots with them, and they have exclusive rights.
Yeah.
Now with social media, there's people don't no longer have to wait 3 months after the Olympia to see pictures.
It's instant.
Yeah, you can take them now. We'll know them in 2 seconds. We'll know what you look like,
Yeah.
So it kind of kills the magazine. But I just wanted to tell you this because this is very important for you. This is your thing now, social media. You got to interact with the fans because the fans will make you or they can break you,
Right.
So that's why. And I know you have a great personality and you do very well. You just got to be open.
Right.
You got to bring across your personality because pictures don't always tell who you really are.
Yeah.
And everybody can look good in pictures, especially when they stand by themselves.
Well, they edit a lot of them now, so you can't really tell who. When you see them in person, you're like, "Wait, you don't look like that on social media."
Right.
Like,
Every time I meet people, like, "Oh, I thought you were 6 foot tall."
Hey, that's what I tell people online. They always ask for my height.
So you go, you prep for the stage. You're on your way to California, and you're getting ready to step on stage. First call out. How did you feel? Because you're standing next to guys that are all taller than you.
I don't want to be cocky, but I knew I had it. Like it was just like.
So you were really confident.
I was really confident coming to the show because like my coach and me were just kind of lurking through like guys. I'm just like, yeah, there's no way he's beating you. He's not touching you. So it's just, and then even backstage when we were pumping up, and I was just like kind of like looking around, and I was like, yeah, there's nobody even close. So, yeah, I knew that I was a favorite coming to the show, so they have to beat me. So, I mean...
When you compare yourself from Boston to San Diego, which was a better package?
This one was way better.
Oh, so you were better, even better?
I was a lot harder and drier and fuller, too. So I actually put up 2 more pounds from Boston.
So you added some weight?
Yeah, added some
like
weight.
Carving up, little rebound.
And we stay more dry. And it was just insane what my coach he does.
Who's your coach?
Ariel from Cuts.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been with him since 2018, and we did like one men's physique show, and then the rest is just classic.
So now you qualified for your first Olympia ever, which is something nobody can ever take away from you no more. If you get on the Olympia stage, you're going to be an Olympian for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if you never go back.
Yep.
So tell me, how does that feel? And what are your plans going into the Olympia? You got so much time until December.
Yeah, it's like 8 months, right?
Are you going to compete before that?
No, we're shut it down. Because like...
You don't think it would be probably beneficial for you to take that hype and just win a couple more shows?
No, because the thing is, like, how I look at it is I want to end with going into Olympia with a win.
But that's what I'm saying. But there's a good chance that you would win another 1 or 2 shows.
I know, but
which will put your name even a little bit higher.
Yeah, but it's the way I look at it is like right now I have the mentality of just focusing on going to the O. I for the Boston show, like I was going all in, right? And then knowing that I got second going to San Diego, I wouldn't say I let off the gas a little bit, but it was just mentality kind of changes a little bit more.
So you don't think it would be maybe beneficial to maybe do another show before the Olympia, maybe closer to the Olympia, just to remind the judges I'm still here, I'm the one?
We looked at that option, but I think as far as like for the mentality part, I think it's best we just go straight into Olympia.
Yeah, I'm not.
I know that we want to.
I'm not worried about the mentality part.
Yeah.
I'm worried about, and this is just me and you talking. You got to understand this. Classic physique is the sanction fee for classic physique is not as high as 212 or open. So there's way more classic physique opportunities to qualify for the Olympia than for the big guys.
Right.
So now, since the Olympia is in 2022, yeah, of course, it's in December.
Yes.
This is a lot of time. So there's going to be
they extended to November, right?
It's in this, but the Olympia is in December.
Well, no, the qualification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. So there's going to be so many shows. There's going to be so many more competitors qualifying. I would be a little worried that they forget who won this show in San Diego in March by December.
Okay.
I'm just trying to give you an advice where I think it's very important because you're good enough. It's not like you don't belong there. It's not like you got lucky.
Right.
So I wouldn't really worry about going in with the win now from March because by the time we get to the Olympia, people forgot. They forgot about the show in March. They forgot about Boston. They forgot about because there's going to be more shows. There's going to be 15 more guys competing. Qualifying, and who knows how many competing just to get relevant and stay relevant.
Right.
I'm not saying this is what you should do. I'm just telling you this is probably what I would do. If I would be as good as you, confident, I would do some shows closer to the Olympia just to let the judges
remember me.
Just to remember.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm still here. I'm the one that won the show in March, and I'm here. And just imagine if you win another show or two.
Yeah.
Let's say
That'd be
you
great.
win a fucking show in October or November.
You know what? I was already thinking.
The judges would know exactly who you are when you step on stage.
I was thinking about doing the New York Pro too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's like 4 weeks, right? That's in 4 weeks.
It's May 14th.
Yeah, that's what.
May 14th. We have
So
the New York
April's
Pro.
already-
We got the Pittsburgh first weekend in May, and the week before the Indy Pro. I don't know. Do they have Classic?
Yeah, they got everything.
Yeah. So there's the Indy Pro, but that's still early.
That's
I
way
would
too early.
probably wait because you're already training for the Olympia.
Right.
Now the Olympia is in December. You're going to be in shape by November.
Yeah.
And you could be maybe in a little bit better shape just to maybe compete. Maybe you got to check for shows and maybe compete in October and November again. For the people, because if you win a show in November and you're going into the Olympia, they will know exactly who you are. I'm afraid that they forget because there's so many more people qualifying.
And it's 8 months.
Yeah, it's almost 9 months.
Yeah, 9 months. Yeah.
But that's just me talking. You guys listen.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. Yeah.
I want you to do well, man. I really want you to stand out. I want you to get a chance to compete because I tell you, at the Olympia, they're going to be 20, 25 guys on stage.
Yes.
And and they're all qualified, so they're all good.
Right.
It's not like there's somebody on stage that looks like garbage.
Yeah.
That's not happening no more. You're at the highest level now, my friend. You're at the elite.
Yes.
So it's not like when you go backstage at San Diego and he can't beat me, this can't beat me. That's not happening because you're going to go backstage and everybody has something that looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, fuck, how am I going to beat him? How can I beat him? That's where you hang out now. You're at the elite, man, at the top, and you need to get used to it.
Yeah.
And I forgot what I wanted to say.
Yeah, me and Era, we talked about that strategy that you're talking about, like just doing like another warm-up show before the Olympia. But it's still, we have a lot of time.
Right.
Who knows? I might just pull the trigger by that time. So I think we were just speaking that last weekend because I'm tired, like I want to take some time off from
That's why I'm saying
Yeah.
now, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it like New York or so. I would wait.
No.
I would wait till, whatever is November. Even if it's not a qualifier for this year. It could be November, could be for next year. So that's what people do.
Yeah.
That's
a good head start.
You get in front of the judges, and you want to get in front of the judges that compete, that judge the Olympia.
Right.
So when you get on the Olympia stage, that's this guy. Yeah.
You're gonna know who Tony Young is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I want to see you stand next to Terrence.
I do. That would be a great
Yeah, just because of height, you guys are similar. How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
5'3". How tall is Terrence? It's about the same. 5'4", 5. Yeah.
Yeah. We're about the same height.
That's good though. That's good for you. That way you have hope.
It's something to compare with because you have Dino, you have Urs, you have Chris. Those guys are
6
tall.
foot. Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are tall. So it's really hard to compare the taller and the shorter guys. So for me to be able to stand next to Terrence and being compared, it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
That's another goal that I want to achieve.
So for you, let's say about a year or 2 years back, who did you was there anybody you looked up to as a classic physique guy?
No, not really. I still look up to the older classic, Lilo Brada.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Lilo Brada, Danny Padilla, the shorty guys.
Yeah.
Bob Harris.
Oh, really? So you're not even that old, so you know all about.
I
these
did my
guys.
research.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did my research. You
ever met Lila Brada?
I haven't yet.
You probably will meet him at the Olympia because he is awesome personality. He will literally stand there with you and have a conversation and give you some great feedback, you know. And also he will pose with you.
That's awesome.
He's really good about that. Especially when he knows that, you know, you looked up to him, you know. I mean,
yeah. I mean, he's my inspiration because, like, the height and, like, just the way that his structure is almost similar to mine. Full muscle belly, round, you know, the aesthetic, you know, look.
Who poses with you?
So I pose with Rusty.
Oh, okay, Rusty. Classic. When it comes to classic, I don't
think
there's anybody better in Arizona there.
Yeah, Rusty. I worked with him for this whole prep, and he was just showing me all these classic poses and stuff, so it paid off.
Yeah. He inspires me still to this day. I mean, at his age, he is bodybuilding 100%.
Yeah.
You know, he stays in good shape all year.
Yeah.
You know, and now since they have the Masters, they have shows for the Masters.
He's going to do it, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he's perfect for that. I couldn't hang with that shit no more. I couldn't.
It's just so crazy just, like, seeing how old he is.
Yeah.
And still keeping that structure and the, you know, the size.
Yeah. That means he never stopped.
No.
Never stopped training. You know, not like me.
You still look good, man.
No. Not like me. Not like me. I went from where I was to skinny fat.
Oh,
you know. So for the newer guys, when we look at the classic physique right now, I mean, top Chris Bumstead, we got second place Terrence Ruffin. When you look at the Olympia from last year or the last two Olympias, you know, who do you see? Who do you think you can compare with the most, other than Terrence now? Where do you see yourself when you look at the lineups that we had in the past? And there's going to be, like I said, 15 probably more guys on that stage.
So I usually look at the first call out. So he's actually my friend. He's with the Dark Sport team. Alex Calbanero. He won the Arnold Classic. Yeah, I think I can be compared in that lineup. But I don't know if he's doing any show this year.
I'm surprised he didn't compete at the Arnold. He's not even qualified.
I don't know. I don't know what his game plan is, but
because he was out of the top 5.
Yeah, he was like 6 or something last year.
Yeah, he's not qualified.
Yeah.
So he needs to compete if he wants to do the Olympia.
You diet down, train hard, and supplement smart for months. When the time comes to step on stage, don't leave your tan to chance. Go with the pros. Pro Tan. #1 worldwide since 1987 and the official sponsor of the Olympia for the last 15 years. Don't step on stage without it. Pro Tan.
Who knows? He might start his season soon.
Yeah.
It looks like. I mean, I've been looking at his stories and his training, so he's going pretty hard right now.
Yeah. Great guy, man. Great condition.
Very nice guy.
Always super conditioned.
Yeah.
What does he have with his neck? I said he had an accident.
I heard he got into an accident or something like that, a car accident or something like that. But I didn't really ask like in details and stuff. But he's a really, really good dude. Like he's not like a douchebag.
Yeah.
You know, but he'll talk to you and you know he's always happy and humble.
Yeah.
So
did you get to meet some of these guys yet? Other than Alex, you meet some of the other guys? Because I see Jay Cutler liking your photos and stuff. How does that feel?
Oh, that was awesome. So let me tell you the story about it. Was cool because at the Boston show, we were in check-ins and stuff. He came up to me because it's funny because I remember seeing him at the pool party one time in Vegas, and then he remembers me. So then he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, how are you?" I was like, "You remember me?" And
can you imagine what that means? Because he meets so many people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know.
And then we talked a little bit. He took a look over my posing, and then he just gave me some advices and stuff. He's like, you know, if you want, I can just take a look at you before you go on stage and stuff. And I was like, man, I appreciate it. It's just cool to have someone like him remember who you are.
Right.
And he's a very genuine person, you know.
Sure is.
And he actually takes the time to talk to his fans and stuff. So it's cool.
Great ambassador for the sport.
But I still remember the commentary because I watched the replay again. Dexter, he's like, yeah, man, I got the little guy winning.
Dexter was doing the commentary?
So Dexter and Phil.
Oh.
Yes. So Dexter and Phil, they were doing the commentary for the Boston show.
I heard about Phil. I didn't watch the live, the pay-per-view, but I heard that Phil was on it. I didn't know Dexter was doing the commentary too.
They were on, I think, for the bodybuilding and the classic. That's it.
Okay.
But the rest was just Bob and the other girl. I forgot her name.
Oh, Isabel.
I don't know her name.
I think it was Isabel.
Yeah. So those.
Was it Isabel? Yeah.
So they hopped in when the men's came on.
It's like co-hosts.
Yeah, they co-host.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So I watched the live stream over again, and it was pretty funny. He was like, "Yeah." Is it
still online?
I think if you have to purchase the whole thing for like $100 or something, you can watch it again.
No. Somebody need to hook me up. Hey, somebody need to hook me up with the code.
But I'm sure it's probably like stream on YouTube or something. Somebody did that. But
so Dexter had you winning.
Dexter had me winning. Yeah.
How does that feel?
It was great. Because knowing like Mr. Olympia, even Phil too.
Yeah.
He was like, as far as structure wise, I had Tony winning, but conditioning, because they said if I come in 5% more lean.
So, what if you would have came in like you did in San Diego? What do you think?
Dude, it was lights out there. Because it'll be a different like story now.
Because I think you're comparable with Ernst, not height wise, but when I look at the body.
Yes.
Ernst is really good from the front, but his back is also not the best.
Right.
So that's why I think you guys compare very well. Height wise, you're shorter, but you look more compact.
Right.
And I mean, I didn't really see the live stream, so I saw a couple of pictures, and yeah.
Yeah, it was really close. I was, a lot of people had me winning, but I'm glad that it happened, because it pushed me to be better for.
But it's always going to be this way. There's always going to be shows, and you can't win everything. But there's always going to be, even if you place third, there's going to be a lot of people say, I had you second. It's always going to be the same. At the end of the day, what people say doesn't really matter, because the judges are the ones that make that decision for you.
What's funny? Like I try not to read like the comments online and stuff, but man, these people are just ruthless.
Oh, some of them.
Yeah, they're just friggin' ruthless. I'm like
trolls.
Yeah, I was like, you guys weren't there, so you can't.
That's just the way it is. It's not going to get better.
Yeah,
you can win the Olympia. Ask Phil Heath.
Oh yeah, he probably got the most hate.
The higher you get, the more haters you're gonna have. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But I actually think it's a good thing, because if you don't have haters, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So I
agree.
And you just got to build a thick skin. And I remember back then in MySpace, you read comments because you want to read everybody. You want to make sure, you want to see everybody saying something nice.
Right.
But then there's people that just don't have anything nice to say, and then you get mad, but that's just something you just got to get used to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't let that get to me. I just read it and just laugh, and it's just like entertaining to me. And like I showed it, I showed it to my friends and stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, these guys are smoking crack." So
it's true, but like I said, the better you can win the Olympia, you can still get hate.
Yeah,
it's very rarely that you see someone who gets all the love. Like right now, I would say Chris Bumstead can't do nothing wrong. He's at a point where he can do whatever he wants to do. People would like
still
him.
love him.
Yeah. And he is a super nice guy. You just don't know unless you meet him or you talk to him. He's super approachable, and he's just a nice guy. And he gets so much love. I watch it and I look at it, and I don't understand how people can hate when they see something like this. I mean, this is, for me, it shows me that there's a lot of fans. They're backing up the sport, and they find the person that they like the most, and that's who they stick with, and that's totally understandable.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of guys who are great bodybuilders, and they have zero following, not zero, but very, very little, and if you have little, you only interact a little. You can't interact a lot if you don't have a lot of followers.
All right.
So therefore, it would be nice to see everybody get love, but then again, somebody got to be the poster child.
Yeah.
So what do you think when you see Chris Bumstead's physique? Is he unbeatable?
He's beautiful.
He's beatable?
Yeah.
Where do you think where is he beatable?
The legs.
In the quads?
Yeah. Even the hamstrings too. Now, because for me, like, I look at the lines. So if he comes in really peeled, I know he does. But as far as like perfect lines and stuff, they're still a little bit like,
But isn't that a sign that he can get even better?
Well, you can't change that structure line. Like what I'm talking about is like, the quad sweep. It's kind of crooked for the lines when it comes down and stuff.
You think the judges care about that?
When I look at quads, I look at like
I know, but
like for example, look at Sean Roden, right? His quad sweep is like nice.
I know, but I don't think that's where people would like the judges be like, his squat is a little more round here. I don't think
I'm very picky with like little stuff.
But when you go for overall package,
yeah,
of course, how do you decide who's winning and who's not? So you go by. You don't look for the flaws. You look for the least amount of flaws.
Right.
Okay. So, is there anybody in the lineup where you think that he's perfect? That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
No.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So
because I can pick out people and there's like flaws that I can just pull out. Yeah.
Exactly. No one is perfect. So when I look at Chris Bumstead, I believe he's beatable.
Right.
But I think he needs to be off.
Like way off, right?
He needs to be off in order to get beat.
Yeah.
For right now. And, which is something that can happen very easily. I mean, not everybody nails it every single time.
Yeah.
So that's where I think, and if he gets beat, it has to be someone who's more like his stature.
Like height-wise?
Height-wise, yeah. Oh. That's the way I see it, with the way it runs right now. So he's doing everything right.
Yeah, because Terrence is trying to, fight for that spot the last like 2 years, and it's not like
but when you look at Terrence next to Chris, it's just a huge difference. It's just like what I said. The taller guys wins over the shorter guys, unless the taller guy is off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way I see it. But and therefore I see guys like Urs and Ramon from Brazil.
Yeah.
I think these guys, those two guys, have a better shot at beating Chris than maybe Terrence or you, because of their height. You know what I mean? Because they compare better.
Right.
I'm not saying that Terrence can't win the Olympia, because Terrence absolutely can if Chris comes in off. You know. But Chris is also young. He's not old.
Who knows? This year might be the short guy's years. So
maybe. Listen. I'm not saying this can't happen.
Yeah.
I just say that I don't think it's going to happen. And as long as Chris is on, I have a hard time telling myself that he's going to get beat, because what he's representing right now is what he's been representing. And what you pointed out didn't bother anybody before. Why should it bother somebody this year or next year? So they have to literally, and it's the same with all other categories. I remember we had, 6 years of Dorian Yates, 4 years of 8 years of Ronnie Coleman, 4 years of Jay Cutler, Dexter in between.
Yeah.
And then we had the 7 years of Phil Heath, and how do you beat some of them guys? It's only when they're off. That's how Jay lost in 2008 to Dexter.
Yeah.
Not because Dexter was bigger than Jay, because Jay was off.
Yeah.
And that's why there's hope. I'm telling you, don't go to the Olympia thinking I'm going to win the Olympia and be disappointed if you don't.
No.
All I'm saying is, be happy that you are one of the top guys now. You're going to be an Olympian for the rest of your life, and nobody ever. You can take all that IFBB Pro shit away and put Olympian there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't understand why people, anyways. I see people turn pro, and the first thing they do, they run back, and now their name is
IFBB.
Not John Doe, it's John Doe IFBB Pro.
Yeah.
Guys, please. I think it's fucking ridiculous that somebody does that shit.
Yeah.
What is that going to prove? People still don't know who you are. Some of the guys that do it.
This is what gets me. It's like, you haven't turned pro yet, and you put future IFBB Pro. That's the one that gets me. I don't care.
I've never seen that.
There's plenty of that.
I've never seen future IFBB Pro.
Yeah,
I would probably send a message. I was like, come on.
There's a lot of those.
I tell people, anyways, you're only a pro when you compete as a pro. Unless you step on a pro stage, you cannot call yourself a pro.
Because you haven't experienced the pro division yet.
Yeah, guys, listen. Just because you pay $250 for the pro card doesn't make you a pro. Okay, you got pro status. And that's it. You're not a real pro until you step on the pro stage.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, here's what I like about you. Also, not only are you a professional bodybuilder, but you're also still in the gym coaching people. Tell me about your coaching.
So, prior to this, I own a boba tea shop. And, I was in the restaurant industry for a while, but I always had a passion for fitness and just training. I've been doing it on and off for about like 5 years, but now I took it as a career where I just basically coach full time at Fitness One. You see me there. I
saw you coaching until a couple of days before the show. I mean, you don't take no time off.
Yeah, because I really care about my clients. They always come first, and I'm blessed to have some of them that really understands like what I do, and was able to take some time off during peak week and stuff. But I love what I do. For me, it's not even a job. It's more like me going there and just hanging out with them and just like training them and having a good time. So I love it.
Yeah. So when somebody wanted to get coached by you or trained by you, where can they reach you?
So I have on my Instagram page. There's a link for my coaching.
What's
website.
your Instagram?
Tony __Doung DUONG.
So double underscore?
2 underscores, yes. And then you can apply for coaching on there, and then we go on from there. And
so you don't just take anybody?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I have a little vetting questionnaire that I go through and to see if they fit with me.
What are you looking for?
Someone who is committed, someone who is, doesn't make any excuses.
You're kind of like me because you don't want to waste their money, their time, and your time.
Exactly. Yep. Because you want to work someone with a 10 out of 10 commitment. If they're hesitant about stuff, they're gonna come up with all the excuses in the world to like not reach their goal. And
doesn't matter what they look like physically.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't work with girls though. I only work with guys.
Why not?
It's just really harder for me to work with girls.
What do you mean harder?
I don't.
Are you weak?
No, I'm not weak. No, I prefer working with guys more. Let's just say that. But if a girl reached out to me, I refer her to a different coach.
Why? Why? What's the reason for you saying I'm not going to work with females?
Well, it's just the level of intensity and the way that my
so you think you can't push him?
I can't push him. Yeah.
Train with Natalia one time.
Oh, she's different, bro. I know. I've seen her. No. She's different. See, if I had clients like her, yeah, all day, for sure. But a lot of them are just like bikini girls and just like girls that just wants to lose their or get a bigger butt or something like that. Yeah. And it gets to the point where you're
not the butt blaster.
No, that's what I mean. No,
I hear you. I hear you. No, I get that. But what about female physique, women physique, or women bodybuilders? Would that be more interesting?
Yeah, that would be better because like of course they have to put in muscle and stuff, so I can push them a little bit more. But right now I don't have anyone that's a figure or physique, whatever, women to work. They have nobody reach out to me, but it's all guys right now. So which is what I solely coach on.
Okay, cool. Listen, man, I appreciate you coming here.
Of course, I'm happy to be here.
Is there anything?
It's an honor.
Do you have any sponsors you want to mention?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Dark Sport and Evil Gen Nutrition.
So you signed with Honey?
Yeah, I'm with Honey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, I knew that.
We're actually going to be training together in a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, and tell Honey I said what's up.
I will.
Yeah. Bring him out here.
Yeah.
Next time, tell him you got to bring his ass here one time. He moved to Texas.
Yes, he relocated his whole business to Dallas.
Yeah. That's cool, though. That's cool. Yeah. Shout out to Evergen and what was the other one?
Dark Sport.
Dark Sport. What does Dark Sport do?
So Dark Sport's a clothing company.
Okay.
I've been with them since 2017, and they've had my back since day one, and they always believe in me.
Awesome.
And shout out to Michael and everyone over there at Dark Sport.
Awesome. Yeah. I believe in you too, my brother, and I can't wait. We have another guy, Fitness One, representing at the Olympia, and it's going to be a good one when you go. We got Rami here training for the Olympia.
Yeah.
It's going to be you, and who knows? There might be one or two more Olympians.
Yeah, we have a lot of Olympians at Fitness One.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate you coming in, taking the time. I know you're probably hungry. You're getting ready to go eat.
Yeah, I'm about to go train right now. Well, I appreciate you having me on. It's an honor.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure.